You didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you?
Thought it would. Thought it was.
Oh my God. Welcome to the Wrestling Council. Yikes. Welcome to the Wrestling Council. I'm your host, Comic Book Bob, joined as always by my good friend, Hollywood Frank.
HW, baby. We're in the Wrestling Council shirt.
Yep, there's a link. You can go and get that shirt for yourself.
Don't be a curtain jerker.
Oh, you mean like this guy?
What are you wearing, kid? Greenhorn? What are you, blind or something? If you're going to dress like every other curtain jerker here in Chattanooga, jerking the curtain off the wall and wearing it, this plan's never going to work. You need to dress more like the swing man with style, class.
Don't dress like a curtain jerker.
Dressed like the swing man or HW with style and class.
Real quick, let's check it out. We got in the chat here. Leg Kick says, "Hey, Bob, Hollywood, what's up, man?" Mounty City said, "Sup, people." Hicksville said, "Sup." What's up, everybody?
Sup?
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 Hello.
What's up?
What's up? Oh my God, a lot's up this week. Jeez. Not the least of which is going to be our lead story. But before we do that, as usual, I'm going to talk about our favorite little segment of something we call the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yep, I see it. I see it. I see him. I see him. I see him. I see him. Hang on a minute.
It's.
Well, hello there.
Where's Larry at?
No, in light of recent events, I feel like straight edge CM Punk should be the one for the night.
Yeah. Things are a little crazy.
Is that the bullet bourbon he's got there?
I have no idea. I don't know alcohol.
I don't know. Maybe you drink.
Come on, Rob. That's your choice.
That's not bullet bourbon. I don't know what the hell that is, man. That's some like I don't know. Like it just says whiskey. That's just some rot gut shit.
Yeah.
But anyway. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Good, the bad, and the ugly. It's my turn this week. Oh my dear God, Lord. The good. FTR versus the Briscoes 3. Ring of Honor Final Battle 2022. Freaking great. Put the capper on that series of matches between them. All three of those matches could have been match of the year.
Well, it was 2-0 FTR, wasn't it?
FTR, yep. Yeah, and they not only did the Briscoes win in a freaking brutal, absolutely brutal dog collar match. They take back the FTR World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. They take back the ROH. Dude, they may as well call them the FTR championship belts because man, they've held on them for a long time.
Just one thing, Dax. Next time, let the guy with hair do the diving headbutt with the chain on his head, so
dude,
the chain can stay on.
There were a couple of spots that were like, oh my God. But yeah, like these guys, like I said, Tony Khan needs to call up David Zaslav and tell him to talk to whoever that exec is over at Warner Brothers that won't let the Briscoes on television. Tell that guy to just shut the hell up. Just piss off, man. Because these guys, they don't miss. And this was, in my personal opinion, I haven't seen. I had to rack my brain to think about dog collar matches I've seen in the past, and I'm trying to. And the one that I kept coming up was the one with Roddy Piper,
Greg Valentine.
Roddy Piper, Greg Valentine. That's what it was.
Yep.
And this was better than that. Like this was, and the way they did it, and the way they allowed to do it is that they made the chain longer. If I don't know if you guys watched that, watched the pay-per-view, but they made the chain was like twice as long as it normally is, and by doing that, they allowed them to do more stuff. You know what I mean? It wasn't as restrictive, and it was, dude. It was
for MJF and Punk. It was already longer than usual.
I don't. This was even longer than that, though. Like this thing was like they could literally stand all the way across the ring from each other, and there was still slack.
They could too in the corners.
Yeah,
yeah.
It was just, I don't know, man. Just the way that they did it, and of course, it's the Briscoes.
Yeah, two of the.
Yeah, we need to talk about that too. That's
two of the best tag teams
ever
today.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Briscoe's not being on television is a crime.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
No, you go ahead. I mean, God probably up there too. We don't see them that often, but
yeah.
Oh yeah, and the executive that liked Tony the most got fired, didn't he?
No. Basically, whatever's going on, the FTR still aren't allowed on television.
No, so. The executive that liked AEW and Tony the most, there was 4 of them got released, got fired from Warner Brothers.
He did, but according to all the reports, that's all like AEW is one of the few things that they got that was actually making money. So like he's like, I'm all on board on that. It's just Tony. I don't know, man. Whatever's going on, Briscoes need to be on TV. The fact that they've been sitting for they've been better part of over a year, and they've only had like a few matches here and there. Ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It is.
But it was, and the entire friggin' show was really good, like really good. But and we'll go over that a little bit. But that's my bad. Matt Riddle suspended for failing wellness test again. This is
second time
this year.
Yep.
Alone, because he failed it right before, was it
SummerSlam?
And then he failed it again, and now that's why he was written off television. And they're not coming out exactly and saying exactly what it was that he failed for. I get a feeling it was,
bro.
Yeah, bro.
He was just pulling an RVD. Hey, Big
Daddy. Got any guys? Big Daddy. Yeah, hey, guys. Check out Big Daddy's Twitter and his YouTube. He was reporting on Ring of Honor live as it was going on. Man, I want to tell you, it was a great show, man. FTR and the Briscoes are just the best. Hicksville said Riddle on drugs, shocked, I tell you. Yeah, and the fact that, and this is the thing that's bad about it, is it calls into question WWE's wellness policy, because some people get popped and nothing happens. Other people get popped and they get suspended later, like months later. Some people get popped and they get fired. So it's like you're supposed to have a standard of what happens when you fail a wellness test, but they don't. So it's a mess.
It is.
And who was it? I can't remember who was it that failed the wellness test and just literally just got axed.
Yeah, he didn't. It was Hardy. He didn't even fail.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
he did not fail.
Fired him.
Yeah. They assumed he was on something, so they just gave him the boot.
Yeah, which was like, but then it's one of those things where it's like, certain situations you can understand that things are worse than they are in others, but at the same time, if you're going to have a standard, you have to have a standard. You have to follow.
Whatever happened to him happened afterwards. But
Triple H. Triple H.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's just like, well, yeah, it's
but
just
his
like that
stats
story.
his stats came out clean. So
Yeah.
Now Mal's just taking a piss. The good Vince might be coming back to fix WWE. The bad FTR losing the belts to someone trash bag wrestlers. The ugly Dax's face the next day. Dax looked bad. Man, he looked like somebody has flat out smashed him in the gob.
All right. So what's your ugly, brother?
But yeah, that was my bad. And the ugly, like I said, Vince McMahon declaring he intends to return to WWE. And listen, if this is true, this is going to turn, like we talked about how this year was a rough year for AEW. AEW went through a lot of shit, and they had to deal with a lot of crap, and they're still dealing with some stuff.
It's rough for both of them. AEW and WWE.
Yeah, but the AEW's this year was way worse for AEW.
You think all this chaos and allegations McMahon?
No. Here's the thing.
the thing
That
is,
was-
WWE made the chicken salad out of chicken shit. They made it good. Like they took the opportunity to better the product.
Yeah, Big Daddy said the funny thing about Riddle being suspended is that WWE promoted his image. Yeah, exactly. Which is why I'm wondering, like the smart money says that's what it was.
Do you want to hit my bong?
Yeah, dude, it's like don't promote it if you don't want it. But what was it you said, Johnny?
Like WWE made a good thing. They made chicken salad out of chicken shit.
Well, here's
Like,
the thing.
They turned the bad things into good.
Yeah.
AEW didn't manage to do that.
When all of that was going on, it really wasn't shining a bad spotlight on WWE. They did a good job of making sure that thing landed firmly on Vince. Like Vince and his little cabal. You know what I mean? They did a really good job of like kind of containing the damage. So that's why I said that yeah, it was a little rough for WWE this year, but it was way worse for AEW this year.
Yeah, Stephanie goes, Dad, you're fired.
Jeez, God, dude, it was like, what the freaking hell, man?
You're fired.
Imagine he comes back and then Rico gets fired again.
Oh my God, that's. Like I said, we're going to talk about that more as when we go on here, but I don't want to bury. Like I said, I don't want to bury the lead. But there's my good, my bad, my ugly. Frank, what do you got?
Big Daddy, you got a good, bad, and ugly? Go ahead and lay it on us, brother.
Yes, sir. Please.
Or anybody else. Hey, but my good, I liked it. The segment with MJF and Ricky Starks.
That was awesome.
Wow.
That was so freaking badass.
Wow, that was sweet.
Ricky Starks
was hanging with MJF because we say MJF is
best talker in the business.
Yeah, he's a talker, man. But Ricky Starks just right there at him. That was nice.
It's a shame we know he's not going to win, but that was so good.
You know what he meant? This is going to elevate him a lot. And that's what we've been saying needs to happen with him. It's going to elevate him a lot. Yeah. So
Ricky was hanging with Maxi Pad.
Yep.
He was hanging with him.
Yeah, good job, Bebo.
But if you didn't see it, if you watch it, go check segment. It out. It was awesome.
Yeah.
He tried taking out Ricky, and Ricky turned it on him and took out MJF. So, is that match this tomorrow? Is that winner is coming? So it's not.
Yeah.
It's not only a match, it's also for the diamond ring.
Yeah.
So it's for the title and the diamond ring.
Yep. It's for winner takes all now. So Big said, my good, obviously, Dem Boys and top guys, a.k.a. Briscoe's. God, that was such a good match. I'll tell you right now, like I said, anybody that has not seen that series of matches between those guys, go educate yourself. Best tag team wrestling I've seen in years.
Yeah, that promo was great, Hicks villain. My bad. Last night on Raw, I don't know if the fact that they bought stuff and gave it to the fans. I was gonna say Loomis and the Gargano, Miz, all that crap.
Oh, dude, I'm so over that garbage.
But my bad was Bayley versus Alexa Bliss.
Really?
The end of that match, like she takes the turnbuckle pad off the middle turnbuckle. Alexa Bliss sends her backward. She doesn't even hit the turnbuckle and acts like she's knocked out. Like she hit the bottom turnbuckle. It's like that whole thing. And then whatever they're doing with Bray Wyatt with
God. Ookie spooky.
Because Alexa Bliss beats Bayley to be the number one contender to go up against Bianca Belair. Bianca gets in the ring and they turn the camera to show the Jumbotron because you knew something was going to happen. And they held it for a while, and all of a sudden the Bray Wyatt symbol, and she grabs Bianca and Sister Abigail and then snaps out of it. It's just like with that match and the ending and all that.
I'm not, like I said,
this whole thing with Bray Wyatt, I don't know where it's gonna go.
The build for him coming back was already long enough. Like they should just do something already. Like he's just losing steam. He came in hot, but now it's getting lukewarm at best.
Hey, Sugar Chris.
Hail, man.
Hey, Chris,
brother, appreciate it.
And my ugly is
God, NXT. Yeah, Big Daddy didn't mean to. More ookie spooky stupid shit in NXT. Ugh.
Yeah, my bad is for $9.99. You too can get the Honor Club to watch Ring of Honor. Really?
Well, he tried.
So
no, he didn't. No, well, here, we'll talk about this some more. That's
and Tony Khan has said he's gonna cut way back on how much Ring of Honor is on AEW.
Yep, which is good.
So say goodbye to Claudio because he is now your ROH champion. Say goodbye to Claudio. Say goodbye to the Bullet Club. They're done.
God damn it.
Or not Bullet Club, the Blackpool Combat Club.
No,
Claudio's the Ring of Honor champion. He's done. Those guys are that whole Blackpool Combat Club. I think is going to be done here very soon.
Big Daddy, the other voice is our buddy Johnny Cage.
Hello.
He stops in every once in a while. He's a good kid. He's all the way up CM Punk's ass. So
hey, be nice to Soraya's mom, okay? Soraya's Johnny's mom. Be nice to that.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Made
Johnny,
a man out of me.
Yeah, you got a GBU, man?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So my good, the funniest thing I've seen in a long time, the list of people that's not gonna take the belt off of MJF. Did you guys see that?
Mm-mm.
He posted a list on Twitter, including Dobbs, the school shooter, the sensitive cowboy, and Adam, my brain don't work, so I can't cope. Cole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was harsh.
that was evil, but that was funny. Well, my bad. The ratings on AW continue to be not ideal.
You know what? Considering how bad things were, though, I actually expected it to be worse. But it looks like they're stabilizing, and at least like Rampage was up this week. Thank God.
They couldn't get worse.
Well, WWE had its worst ratings ever.
Yep.
1.2 for the third hour of Raw last week.
Yeah, it was bad. But because it's like the Triple H factor starting to wear off a little bit, and they got to start producing. So,
and that's actually moving to my ugly. The prospect of Vince coming in and undoing everything Hunter has done.
we're gonna talk about that. Like I said, that's in the lead here. But anyway, guys, that's our GBU. And let's just jump into the lead. Let me share this article out here real quick. So if for anybody who doesn't know, good old Vince is back in the news today. Where's it at? There it is. And it ain't good. So Vince McMahon report. Vince McMahon intends to return to WWE, retired after misconduct allegations. So it's going to graze this former WWE chairman, CEO, and head of creative Vince McMahon has reportedly told people close to him that he plans to return to WWE at some point. Vince retired in July amid allegations that he paid millions of dollars to 4 women over a 16-year period. And to secure their silence over sexual relations. Vince recently told people he received bad advice to step down. No, it was good advice. And believes the allegation against him would have blown over had he stayed in power, according to these two guys at the Wall Street Journal. Vince basically said that he says, well, they convinced me. They convinced me that it was a good thing to do, but I think I got bad advice. So, so he's talking about coming back. I agree with you, Big Daddy. I don't think the board would allow it. But there is the fact that Vince is still the majority shareholder of the company. So technically, if he wanted to, he could kind of try to force that. Now, I'm sure that there'll be like a huge litigation situation and, all kinds of crazy, like legalities involved with this and whatnot. I think it's unlikely, but man, after everything we've seen, I would never say never. And I think it depends on how bad he wants it.
Can Vince come back dressed as the sexual harassment panda?
Oh my God.
And then like you do for the whatever that reality show is, the Masked Singer. He comes out as sexual harassment panda, then takes his head off and says, "It's me all along."
There you go. Vince back on Halloween confirmed.
Yes.
Yeah, but
sexual harassment McMahon.
Yeah, this all came from now. In addition to the alleged payments, Vince has been accused of sexually assaulting 2 women. Former WWE referee Rita Chatterton sued McMahon over allegations in 1986. And letter from them asking McMahon's legal team reportedly received a letter from Chatterton's representative in November asking McMahon to pay $11.75 million in damages. This is the new thread of what was going on. This suit coming in saying that they want $11.75 million.
Isn't it a spa worker?
There's that's another that's the other according to President McMahon, also accused of sexually assaulting a former spa manager in 2011 in a separate lawsuit filed in November as well. So these two lawsuits were just filed in November in addition to all this. And then Vince comes out and makes this supposed report that he wants to come back.
There was more.
Yeah. These were 2 allegations that have been going for a while. It's just now that they're actually, trying to take him to court. WWE's board of directors investigated McMahon and determined that the payment should have been recorded as WWE expenses, but weren't. People close to the situation told I'm going to butcher this name, Palazzolo and Mann, that the WWE board of directors is still looking into possibility of taking legal action. So that's the thing. That's another thing. Remember when Vince said, not Vince, but WWE said that AAA said that the investigation had been completed and they were about ready to close everything. Apparently not.
Hell no. Not when things keep popping up.
So they kind of insinuated that this thing was over, but it really isn't.
Yeah. Check this out too. Yeah.
My former partner, podcast partner, W veteran, owner of Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, Mario Mancini, is on Vice tonight. 9 Lives of Vince McMahon. Yeah. That's another interesting thing.
Keep reading, Bob.
Yeah, I'm reading. I mean, the night with Vince McMahon. So did John Travolta, but they let him.
Keep reading.
Yeah, no. Yes, I know, Rita. Let me go back to the thing. In July, Palazzo Man and Joe Flint reported that the $12 million in payments were made to 4 different women. An investigation into those payments began when allegations came to light that McMahon paid $3 million to a woman who was a WWE employee from 2019 until January 2022 in exchange for confidentiality. McMahon remains the majority owner and stakeholder of WWE and maintains more individual voting power than anyone in the company. The suggestion there is that at least some level of possibility that McMahon could return to his previous positions with WWE at some point. But if the board of directors decides to block him or even take legal action against him, it may not be a realistic option. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is like, I can't see in any way that the board of directors would want this thing to happen. Like, I can't see that they would be like, oh yeah, just let Vince use his, let him steamroll over top of them and just make a unilateral decision like that.
Yeah.
How much power do they have to stop him?
Well, you have other investors.
Yeah.
And if their stock starts going this way because he comes back, they will file a lawsuit against McMahon and WWE
to prevent him from coming back
to kick him out.
Yeah, and literally there was a report that literally hours after this report from the Wall Street Journal hit the air, WWE stock dropped 1.5%. So even just this story and the possibility of it scared people and investors to the point that their stock started to drop.
Yeah.
So now could it have just been like an average fluctuation? Sure, but the timing of it seems kind of sus.
And Bob and I talked about it before we came on, but you've got people that with Triple H in charge coming back, and if McMahon comes back,
that kiboshes a lot of that stuff. Because like Regal coming back. Regal's not coming back to his old position. He's coming back to be the vice president of the company. He's going to be a VP. He's going to be. I shouldn't say the company. He's coming back in some kind of a VP position. So he's going to come back with an even bigger position and more power than he had when he left. So, but if Vince somehow manages to force his way back in, like it's like it could be a major situation. But yeah, guys, on Vice tonight, the 9 Lives of Vince McMahon, that was actually supposed to air like a month ago, I think. And they decided not to air it because it was going to be up against it was when NXT and AEW were both on Tuesday at the same time. So it was that situation. So they decided not to air it, and they held on to it till now. So again, it's just one of those things where it's like, coincident that this thing's coming out tonight. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be checking that out because
Wouldn't you know who won the pony? That was sheer luck, huh?
Yeah. But Leonard Inzitari is Mario Menzi. Oh, there you go. Cool. So there you go. Big Daddy bringing the information, man. Appreciate that. But okay, so let's pontificate.
Big Daddy is a wealth of information. So
yeah,
please check him out because
God, Mal, God damn it.
What?
You'll see it in a second.
Oh,
but yeah,
nice.
Yeah. No, not nice. Terrible. But okay, let's pontificate.
Allegedly. Come on.
Let's pontificate about this for a second.
No, you got your pontificators on Wednesday, okay?
No, I want to talk about this for a second. So let's say Vince is legitimately serious about this, and he tries to strong arm them with his, his influence and his controlling interest in the company. This thing, like the legality of this could get really, really ugly.
Yep.
Like really ugly. How bad could this end up being for WWE, do you guys think?
I think as first thing first, he would ruin creative just to show that he can.
Oh, he would absolutely. Like, I'm not talking about what's going to happen if he takes control of the company back, because we all know what's going to happen. He's going to undo everything that Triple H has repaired, and he's going to fire all these people again, and he may fire a bunch of other people, and he may even fire Triple H. So then we all know what's going to happen if he does come back in, but the process of it, how much damage could it possibly do to WWE?
Not as much as it should. Honestly, I think people wouldn't care enough.
You don't think so?
No.
After everything that happened, because like Frank said, that was a big story.
I know.
Big situation.
And I do think people are going to still watch it.
I think definitely people would definitely still watch it.
People still watch it.
But I'm asking, how much damage could this do to WWE to the point where could it potentially, kill them?
I think you would have some short-term damage, but long-term, not really.
Frank?
I said it before. If you have shareholders that are losing money, they're going to file a lawsuit. It's happening right now with Disney because of everything going on with that woke nonsense and DeSantis down in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Disney's losing billions of dollars. They're coming up against a lawsuit against them. It's same thing could happen to McMahon in WWE.
Well, if Vince tries to force his way back in, I think there's going to 100% be a lawsuit. But what I'm asking is if he does somehow manage to appreciate it. Thank you, Big Dad. Yeah, guys, this is our 70th episode. 70 friggin' episodes of this stuff, man. And that's not including the 2 years before it. So we're doing this for a while. We're still trying to build this thing. We appreciate everybody that's come in here and helps us out. Everybody that watches later. We're doing it for you guys. We're fans doing a fan show. So appreciate it. I'm thinking, like, what I'm looking at is not only what's going to happen with the investors, but what's going to happen with just the perception of the company itself, people being willing to work with the company, people who are advertisers and just their business in general. Because if this thing, like, if Vince, if he legit tries to dig in his heels and tries to force his way back in, and litigation becomes inevitable, and obviously litigation becomes inevitable, that's going to become one of the biggest stories in the news, period. Considering the allegations and everything that's against them, and the climate of the world today.
Well, and I don't know the answer to this, but I think it's soon. But when does their contract come up with USA and Fox?
Honestly, I can't say, but I could have swore that they
just
signed an extension.
I don't know, because if it comes up soon, that could be an issue too.
Yeah, look
what happened to Dan Snyder when you had all these people. Football, Redskins, Commanders, whatever is different than McMahon, but they forced the issue in DC with Dan Snyder. If you got things coming up, you could force an issue with WWE and McMahon.
Yeah, and like what I'm looking at is not just like the fans, like the people that are willing to watch the product. I'm talking about, because let's be honest, most of the money that they make doesn't come from the fans. It comes from advertising. It comes from business deals that they have, like with Saudi Arabia, with like you said, with USA, with Fox. It has, and regardless of whether you agree with it or not, man, friggin' cancel culture can kill a business.
Yep.
The question is it like, if Vince were to really push this thing that hard, because you got to remember, man, you got to think about this in Vince's head. In his mind, this thing is his. It belongs to him.
Yeah.
And from what I'm hearing, he's mad because people took it away from him.
Yeah. And Big Daddy, Barry Windham, and your brother Richard Holiday.
Yep.
I heard Barry's gotten better. out of the hospital, which I believe, which is good.
Yeah.
If
Absolutely.
not, if he's not out of the hospital, I know he's stable and getting better. So I don't remember exactly what they said.
Yeah, best one. My favorite United States champion, his match, like that U.S. title match between him and why is my brain taking a crap on me at the worst possible time? Anyway, this is what happens when you get old, guys. Your brain starts to go, your memory starts to go. Lex Luger, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you
My
got
God.
Barry that had a massive heart attack, and
Mhm.
he's doing on recovery. They got Leach, the head coach at Mississippi State, had a heart attack the other day, and he passed away.
Yeah. So So all thoughts and prayers to those guys, and hopefully he gets better. Yeah, because I want to keep that guy around. I like him.
Yeah.
But what do you guys? I mean, like getting back to the subject, like I said, I'm 95% sure that there's no way Vince is coming back. There's no way they're going to allow it.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's always a chance when you have somebody with that much money and that much power. You know what I mean? Because it depends on how it depends on what level of narcissism Vince is at right now.
He's at the top. He's a bigger narcissist than Lex Luger when he was a narcissist.
Oh my
And
God.
even if he's not coming back, like on the backstage or as head of the company, we haven't seen the last of him on TV.
Yeah, no chance in hell.
No chance.
You think that he would be willing to just become like an on-screen character? I don't think so.
At first, as a way, just to step in, or just to show that he can.
He wants to be there. Maybe it doesn't come right now, but he wants to be there and be at the Hall of Fame ceremony and be somewhere out there at WrestleMania because it's in Hollywood or California. You know he's going to want to be there.
If you're the board, if you're Triple H, if you're Stephanie, do you want him anywhere near this company right now?
Nope.
But do you think they'll compromise with him just to keep litigation from happening?
As big as his ego is, he wants to be.
Oh, he wants to be in charge.
No, he wants to be in Hollywood for WrestleMania and be there, be on the Grand Day of the Mall, the biggest stage for his company. He's going to want to be there next year for WrestleMania.
Yeah, and let's be 100% like honest here. It is still his company. Like I said, he is still the majority shareholder. So technically, it is still his company. But knowing Vince, like knowing what we know about Vince, and just like how much this has got to rankle him, man. That not only did they convince him to resign, okay, his son-in-law, who he was punishing before this happened, has completely turned around everything that he did.
Brought people back. Yeah,
all these people back that he fired, and the fans are liking it. They're basically proving him wrong. And if there's anything that Vince Kennedy McMahon hates, it's people proving him wrong.
Yep.
So, what level of spite? Like, honestly, I think it all depends on like where he is mentally, man. Because like his level of spite, we've seen him kill things just to spite people.
Yep.
What's NXT 3.0 gonna look like?
Oh dear, sweet Lord. I didn't think, well, technically this is NXT 3.0 because when they got rid of Vince, NXT 2.0, well, it's NXT 2.5, but NXT 2.5 is pretty shit.
Yeah.
It's, I don't want to talk about NXT, but yeah, to wrap this up though, I think the chances of Vince coming back are pretty slim. I don't think the board would allow it. And I think that they would flat out lean on litigation to prevent it if possible. Because if he comes back, the stock price is going to drop like a stone. But you guys brought up a good point where he might capitulate if just as long as like, just let me come back and be at WrestleMania and to put himself on screen. And if he does that and the result isn't catastrophic, then he could then use that as leverage and say, you see, I told you, it all blew over. They don't care anymore. And then, yeah, so.
That's why he was on TV when this thing started. Just to...
No, that was him basically thumbing his nose at this stuff going, I'm made of Teflon. You can't stop me. That's what that was. That was him thumbing his nose at all this stuff. Even though it was hurting the company, he didn't care. That was him coming out swinging his, being like
genetic jackhammer.
Yeah. Question, guys: how are able to go live? 1K subs, 4K watch time? No.
Monetization?
Oh, you're talking about that's monetization. Big Daddy. You can go live. I think it's as long as you
have an account. I guess that's all you need.
Yeah. You pretty much like I started streaming when I had live streaming when I had 0 freaking subscribers. So it's not a subscriber based thing. Now I don't know. Like I think after the first of the year, I think it's only monetization that changes though for YouTube after the first of the year because YouTube's basically stomping on their freaking people after the first of the year. But yeah, as far as doing live streams, yeah, you can just do them right out the gate. I use but the program that I use it's an online that's called StreamYard, just check it out. But yeah, you can pretty much live stream to your channel from the get-go. You're just not going to make any money. I think you have to have at least if you're a gaming channel, you have to have at least 1K subscribers, 1,000 subscribers before you can start doing monetization. If you're not a gaming channel, I think it's 10,000, which I don't understand that shit. But there you go. So
I don't think that's true. Like Mackie is just an artist, and he is monetized with 1K and
who's that?
Half, I guess. Makini 90. He's an artist, friend of mine. He's monetized with just 1,000.
Have they ever done like any kind of gaming at all in their channel? Even just like one time?
I know he plays games on his Twitch. I don't know about YouTube.
Because that's how it was actually ironically it was actually Mike S. Miller who figured that out because he was playing Age of Empires on his channel and then he got monetized after 1,000. But anyway, you guys didn't watch Ring of Honor, did you?
No.
Nah.
Shame on all of you. I'm just going to go over Ring of Honor real quick because it was an awesome show. I didn't watch 0 Hour, unfortunately. I didn't have time. There wasn't a bad match on this entire show, but just to run over it real quick, Rush and Dralistico lost to AR Fox and Blake Christian. Really, it was a lot of fun. It was a fun match. Some people are talking about the finish. They don't know if this was a storyline thing or apparently Rush and the Dralistico are kind of infamous for like if they don't like the finish, they'll fudge it just out of spite. But they don't know if it was a StreamYard, Big Daddy. Check it out. It's super easy to use. Believe me, if RT Bear can use it, anybody can use it. Because Art was born in the Stone Age.
Yeah, he was.
So we're still trying to get him up to speed. But getting back to what we were saying, either it was a legit botch or they did it because they were, or it's a storyline thing. So we'll see going forward. Mercedes Martinez versus Athena. Athena beat Mercedes Martinez. This was a pretty good match. Mercedes Martinez, she's getting a little long in the tooth there. She's also got like quite a few injuries. They did a good job of covering it up for her. And I think that was a good job, a good idea of putting it on Athena. I also like the changes in Athena's character.
Yep.
And we'll see. Yeah. But even though they did protect Mercedes as much as they possibly could, she took some big bumps in this match. So credit to her. And this is a good match, man. This is a really good match. Shane Taylor Promotions versus Swerve Ungoli. This was awesome. This was up there for like possibility of the best match of the night, dude. The one thing I'll talk about is obviously Swerve walked down on Keith Lee, but somehow Keith Lee managed to come back and win and secure the pin. Dude, when Keith Lee caught Shane Taylor, if you guys know who Shane Taylor is a big boy. Shane Taylor's a really big boy. Keith Lee, he came off the top turnbuckle. Keith Lee caught him, like just caught him like this, and I'm like, if you have any doubts about how friggin' strong Keith Lee is, man, just go watch that friggin' spot. That was like, and it wasn't like he caught him and it was like it was like a mountain. It was,
come on, he's limitless.
It was awesome, man.
It's limitless, Keith Lee. Of course he's gonna do that.
That was a good match. And then I mean, like that dude's that big and that strong, and he does moonsaults. So Dalton Castle and the boys versus the Embassy. Everybody knew the Embassy was going to come in and kill these guys. And I'll tell you what, if Tony doesn't do something with Brian Cage, like that guy is legit one of the best big men in the business. And that guy being able to, and he's a crazy agile for being as big as he is. But
by the way, sorry to interrupt, but didn't Shida bring another belt to defend the AEW against the Bunny?
Yeah, it was the I always screw up the name of that belt. It's the AAA women's title.
Another one.
But it's a cool belt, man.
That's
Daniel
not the problem here.
I understand. We're going to talk about that in a minute too. Daniel Garcia versus Wheeler Yuta. Until Briscoes versus FTR, this was the best match of the night. This was awesome, man. For the Pure title, Wheeler Yuta takes back the Pure title. Garcia, there was I'm trying to think about like the best moments of the match, and it was like Garcia put Yuta into a surfboard submission while he was tangled up in the ropes. It was awesome. Anyway, and then of course FTR versus the Briscoes, best dog collar match I've ever seen in my entire life. Poor Dax looked like somebody hit him in the face with a shovel after the match.
You don't
so
see
just like
many,
normal.
You don't see that many dog collar matches.
No, but like, and just this is probably okay. We'll just say hardcore match. This is probably the best hardcore match I've ever seen. Samoa Joe versus Juice Robinson. I don't know why they booked it. Juice Robinson is great though. This was a really good match. There was no storyline here though, so it's like. But I love this version of Joe. This is the old version of Joe. This is the version of Joe where somebody comes off the top rope and he just walks away. You know, he's just.
You think Tony gave him this belt just so he doesn't go the Regal way?
I don't know, but yeah, it's like this is vintage Joe. Yeah, he had a lot easier time getting Taylor up than Taylor had getting him up. Yeah, like that's the difference between a big man and a really, really good big man.
Oh yeah, I heard the Kingdom were there, right? Those guys.
Yep.
They were on TV for like a week.
Yep. Yeah, it's what do me tell you, man? Jericho versus Castagnoli was the and this was a good match. Wasn't the best match on the card. It was a good match. I love the finish. A lot of people are talking shit about it, but he made Jericho tap out to the big swing. He did it like 20 times. Yeah, Garcia versus Yuta was really good. If you like that,
I thought it was 30.
I can't. It was. I lost.
It was a lot.
It was a lot. Yeah, it was more than his usual 10. But yeah, it's like the pure style rules. Not everybody likes those pure style rules. I like it because it's more mat wrestling and more technical wrestling. But yeah, it was Garcia and Yuta are two up and coming stars, man. Those guys are going to be amazing when they're both in their 20s. So, but thank God, Claudio didn't lose. They didn't have Claudio lose to Chris, so that he would have to be in the Jericho Appreciation Society, which is already bloated.
Yep.
Yeah, the entire trilogy has been classics for current era. Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
And
It was
Shame not more people can see it.
and soon you'll be able to see them all on the Honor Club for
Yeah.
$9.99.
oh my
And you
God.
still gotta
Okay.
pay extra for those pay-per-views.
I are you sure? I don't think
I
so.
am.
No. Hang on a minute. Let me see. Let me
This
double check.
this isn't WWE's. This is
He's
they're
not the cock.
they're not
He's not the
including
cock.
they're not including the pay-per-views.
It's not the
Yeah.
it's not the peacock.
Yeah, it's not the
Okay.
cock. Vince loves the cock.
All right. Details for Ring of Honor's Honor Club. Let's see. Well, wait a minute. Where is it? No, that was the wrong thing. Here we go. Honor Club.
Yeah, because I think it's like after 60 or 90 days after the pay-per-view, they'll have
That's
Oh, no,
that's,
you're- yeah.
that's when you get it.
Yeah, you're right. Jeez, this is even worse than I thought. Oh my God. All right. So this is okay. So when he made this announcement, the first thing that popped into my head was, why didn't you like his whole thing was he said he didn't want to put Ring of Honor on social media.
right, YouTube, whatever.
YouTube, yeah, whatever. This isn't much different though, because it's still on the it's still. I mean, I think you could still get it through like Fight TV and whatnot, but it's still not on television. Plus, look, by itself, nobody's paying $10 a month to watch Ring of Honor weekly shows and have access to that library and access to the pay-per-views 3 months after they've aired.
And you're not gonna get an audience that you could show to a network after that.
Right, and that's why I said even if you put it on YouTube or social media, and you build up its presence there, you can show them these are how many views that we have every week on this show, et cetera, et cetera. You've got something you can show to television investors. Now, and the fact that they're not going to have the pay-per-views added into this, that's bad. That's really bad. Now, one caveat to this that I will say is my understanding is is that this is more of a joint venture between AEW, New Japan, and AAA. According to everything that I've read, it's New Japan and AAA are going to be very heavily involved in what's going on. And the reason for that is New Japan has been trying very, very hard to get a foothold in the United States with New Japan Strong and the Strong shows. Unfortunately, it hasn't bore fruit to the level that they wanted it to. Now, I personally think Strong is one of the best hours of wrestling, you could watch, but it's not generating the interest that they wanted to. So there is that caveat of, we don't know what else is going to be added to this besides the Ring of Honor TV show. And there's a lot of things we don't know, but me looking at this, like if the pay-per-views if all the pay-per-view, all the Ring of Honor pay-per-views were part of this $9.99, that would make a lot more sense. Okay. But still, like, Peacock is like what, $5?
Well, Hicks Villain pays $3 for the cock.
Okay. Well, he pays $3 for it and he gets all the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, premium live events is not pay-per-view.
Shut the hell up, dude. I hate that. That's more WWE jargon.
Oh yeah, but Hicks Villain, like I said, Hicks Villain pays $3 for the cock.
Yeah.
and
I, s-
and Quantum Leap reboot.
I swear I'm gonna get that clip where Punk's like, I work with freaking children. um, but when Tony announced this thing, like, I was just like, dude, this is not like, you would be better off just creating a show for Ring of Honor on social media, using that to build up this, like something that you could show to a television investor and tell, and like, this is what you can get from this. Look at how many views you got here. Look at the track. Look at the amount of attraction that it has. You know what I mean? With Fight TV, this is not going to work. Like, diehard Ring of Honor fans might buy this thing. Like, I don't know if I don't know if I'm going to buy it.
This might do worse than Dark.
Yeah,
Dude.
But hey, you get them boys for $9.99.
Dude, the thing is, this is only going to work with diehard fans. Okay. AEW fans are not going to buy this thing. Okay. WWE fans are definitely not going to buy this thing.
And I'm telling you, the Samoa Joe, the Claudio,
Joe's TNT champion
the Athena, you're not going to see much of, if any of them, on AEW anymore.
Joe is TNT champion too, so I guess.
Well, you see him a little bit, but he'll lose that. He'll lose that title soon and just be relegated to Honor Club.
Here's the thing: they will probably still be on AEW television. They won't be there representing Ring of Honor, though. The belts won't be there.
Yeah, and Tony wants to keep Joe happy, so he doesn't go back to the other place.
Yeah, Hicks Villain said, "Watch Machine Gun convince New Japan to come to the Pac while he's over there." Dude, man, Jay White called the Good Brothers the shit stirrers, man. So
hey, Justin joining us. All right.
And then listen, guys, think about this, man. Think about this. This is how awesome Wrestle Kingdom is going to be. Wrestle Kingdom is going to have, for the first time ever, AEW and WWE wrestlers on the same show.
Hey.
Justin said, "What's up, boys? Totally agree. Comment below. I will not be buying Honor Club." See, that's what I'm talking about. There's no way anybody's going to buy this thing.
Question for you, because I don't know. Now, he has a Ring of Honor library. He bought it. Is he allowed to have? Because it wasn't Seth Rollins in Ring of Honor. Is he allowed to have Tyler Black?
Yes.
He's allowed to do all. Yeah. He's allowed to have all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, because that's why he told CM Punk told that he was happy because Vince didn't buy, because he would get us access to that too. So I guess Tony has everything too.
Yeah, he has. He has access to the entire library, which is the reason why Vince wanted to buy it in the first place. But he didn't want he wanted to Ring of Honor for the library. I just think that this, I don't, until the rest of the details come out, I'm going to hold back full judgment on this. Like, we don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, AAA is going to be very heavily involved in this. New Japan is going to be heavily involved in this. So we don't know what contributions they're going to be adding to it. I just don't see that even that being enough to warrant this thing being $10 a month if you don't have pay-per-views added into it. You know, like adding them 90 days after that, terrible idea. If the pay-per-views, if you could buy the Honor Club and you get the pay-per-views with it, and New Japan and AAA bring in like heavy, like they bring in their shows, maybe some of their shows or stuff. Maybe you get you discount off of their pay-per-views, something. I don't know. Like, AAA is kind of difficult to watch up here in the United States. So if they do something with them where you can actually watch their shows up here in the US, you know, that would be pretty cool, because that would be over half $10 a month is a lot.
Over half the people that watch Dynamite can't even be bothered to watch Rampage for free.
Oh, I know.
This is I won't keep my hopes up for this.
This is, I don't know who he thinks this is going to appeal to. It's going to appeal to Ring of Honor purists, maybe a handful of a small proportion of people in AEW, and that's about it. That's about it. And I don't. I was very underwhelmed when he made this announcement.
And I I don't know many. I don't know any Ring of Honor purists. Honestly, like it's been gone for so long. It's just barely a
Yeah.
blip on the radar for AEW.
Hicksville said, "Does Tony have a prearranged deal with Bleacher Report and Fight that keeps pay-per-views off streaming services?" I do not know. Ring of Honor mid 2000s was okay. Ring of Honor mid 2000s is what built Ring of Honor. You know, that was when you had Bryan Danielson. That's when you had CM Punk. You know, that's when you had all these guys. You know, Moxley showed up there for a little while. There was a lot of people there. A lot of the big stars now. Well, a lot of people that are big stars now, they started there. Big D said, I worked 2 shows, 04 and 05 for them. Yeah, see, that's the thing though. That was then, this is now. So Ring of Honor diehards, you know, like I would be interested in that library because, you know, I'm a hardcore old school wrestling fan. But there aren't a lot of people like me, and definitely AEW's main audience, I really don't think they care about this. This is not unless Tony drops some kind of a bombshell over the next few months before this thing goes live. I don't see this thing being profitable or lucrative. I don't see this thing working.
Yeah, I don't either. I really don't.
Cool. But yeah, so like that's, oh my God. That was like I was expecting him to announce a TV deal, and when he announced this, it was like someone smacked me in the face with a friggin'
I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't really hopeful for a TV deal.
I was, because a Ring of Honor TV, a Ring of Honor television show would be pretty, you know, impressive.
I think so too. I
just
didn't think any network would be willing to have it right now.
see, that's why I said they should have put it on social media and built it up and shown them the traffic that it would get, and then use that as, you know, proof of concept.
Yeah, they should have done something like that.
Yeah. Now he's going to be stuck into this thing that he's going to have to invest probably some serious capital into. He's going to have outside influences with these multiple partners that he's going to be working with. This could turn into a catastrophe pretty quickly. And I hope not. Like I said, Big Daddy, dropping who was on the card. Xavier Wood, was it Xavier, Low Key, Homicide, Styles, Joe, all solid talents, brothers, if you will. Yeah, dude, a lot of great talent came out of Ring of Honor.
Oh yeah,
a lot of great talent came out of Ring of Honor.
You know, there's so many different channels out there.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
You couldn't get anything with Warner Brothers Discovery. You couldn't get anything on their streaming platform for this.
Yeah, it's like I said, there's so many things that can go wrong with it. It doesn't make any sense compared to what he said he wanted to do for Ring of Honor. I think this a lot. Honestly, I think this is a little bit of this Tony Khan just digging in his heels and being obstinate.
As happy as what they said they are with AEW right now, you couldn't get anything better than this.
See, that's what I'm saying. I think that they wanted to see some kind of proof of concept, and he didn't have anything to give them. He just had some names. Like he had Chris Jericho as the world champion.
Yeah,
that's it. That's what he had. And then the fact, everybody loved it, and all these guys came from it. And it's like, yeah, well, where's where's the proof? You know, like let me see what's in it for us. We want to invest that much capital into this thing.
You think that's why Jericho lost it? Like Tony just saw he wouldn't get the deal. And
I don't think Jericho wants. Yeah, I think Jericho's like, I don't want to have anything to do with this.
So he just threw the towel.
On TV, yeah. But anyway, I hope I'm wrong. I hope it turns into something. I hope that he's got some kind of genius move up his sleeve. I just don't see it.
We'll find out next month because it starts in January, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And I hope I'm wrong, but I really think come January, If not sooner, the Blackpool Combat Club is done.
I don't want that to be the case because I love the Blackpool Combat Club, but it's very possible. It's very possible. Like honestly, when it comes to Tony, I think maybe he did this.
Everybody knows you never go full retard. You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
I hope I'm wrong. We'll see. But anyway, guys, we're past the hour. I want to thank everybody who was here. Hicks Villain, Big Daddy, man, dropping the knowledge on us as always. Appreciate it. Justin stopping in, saying, giving his 2 cents. Appreciate it, brother. Justin, you're welcome on here anytime.
Leg kick, Maldacito.
Leg kick,
Hicks Villain.
X. We had a couple of new people stop in. I'm trying to find them all. I'm scrolling through in my
Sugar Chris.
Yes, Sugar Chris. Everybody that stopped in, guys, we appreciate it. Like I said, you guys are the ones that we do this thing for. We're fans doing a fan show. And we rely on you guys to grow too. So I'm gonna hit you up real quick and like, subscribe, especially you two new guys. Share it out to your social media, talk about your friends, and bring somebody back next week. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that next week too. Sasha in Japan.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be doing. We're bringing back some things with some changes to the channel. We're gonna start doing some smaller videos. I'm gonna be bringing back the New Japan report. So if you're a big New Japan fan, we got that. And it's gonna be some changes going on. And we got a big thing coming next month.
And possibly not one, but two nights of main events of Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Oh my God. I think they nixed that, but please God, no. But anyway, guys, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. We will see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.